Chapter 8 covers organizational information systems, and this is an interesting chapter because it gives you a picture of, well, I won't say all information systems, but it covers everything from the base foundation of your internal systems to all of the external systems. Well, not all, again, I'm talking in general terms here. You get the picture from inside out of your organization. The chapter outline, and this is pretty much where I'll stop. I had about a 12 or 13 minute video that YouTube wouldn't let me put up, and then I tried to split it, and anyway it just wouldn't cooperate, so I'm going to shorten it down here. But basically it starts out with transaction processing systems, which is like your point of sale system. I'm going to scan forward here a couple of slides down to here. Okay, your transaction processing system is the point of sale system or something, RFID, that was an automated point of entry for data in your organization. Whatever the transaction might be, that transaction triggers certain things to happen. There's going to be some types of reports that are generated based on that action, based on that event. It could be sales is updated, accounting is updated, inventory is updated, things are changed, and those reports might come out daily to show you your daily sales, your daily inventory, your accounting, your profit from the day. I don't know. It all depends on your situation, what your organization's doing, what your purpose is, what you're providing, if it's a service or a product, what type of the reports are going to be. But then the information is not just going in reports, it's also going in a database. So this TPS is an automated way of capturing the data. Now once you get it into your system, it's going to support functional area information systems. There's some slides later on that show you the different types of systems, finance systems, accounting, marketing, human resources, sales. Sometimes sales is in marketing, sometimes it's split out. But there's different functional area systems, and so this transaction processing system will capture this information and put it into the central database. Hopefully it's a central database and not into different silos, which you'll read about through the chapter, but in a central database, and then the different functional areas will pull whatever information they need from that central database. And of course this is theoretical. In a perfect world, there's very few organizations that actually run off of a central database. A lot of them have multiple databases, and sometimes they still have the silos where each area collects and maintains their own data. There's a lot of problems with that the text talks about, but ultimately, hopefully the goal is to have a central database, and then you can add an enterprise resource planning system that integrates all of your functional area systems. So if you think about it, you're starting from the bottom, your transaction processing system, and then it splits into your functional area systems, but then it comes back together again at the top in your enterprise resource planning system that will pull together all of the functional area systems. Now, from there, we're going to imagine branching out the top of the organization. You've got customer relationship management that's going to reach downstream in the supply chain, downstream to your customers, the people you're selling your product or your service to, and you're going to try to manage that relationship. The point of it is to get away from mass production or customization, and what you want to do is mass customize so that each customer feels that they get a custom project, a custom service, a custom product compared to everybody else, that you have met their needs independent of whatever the next customer needs. Then there's supply chain management that reaches upstream the supply chain to try to help your suppliers. Dell realized, I read a case about Dell 4 or 5 years ago, and they realized that they had their systems pretty well down pat. The only way that they could make a better product, provide better service at a lower cost to the final customer, was to help their suppliers improve their infrastructures and improve the entire supply chain. Because when you buy a Dell computer, Dell pretty much just assembled all the pieces. And in some cases, they don't even touch it. Some of the monitors that they sell, the UPS actually picks up the monitor from the Sony plant and picks up the computer from the Dell facility and boxes it in a Dell box. And so there's some situations where that Dell doesn't even touch the equipment. So they reach out upstream to the supply chain management. Part of reaching out is the electronic data interchange, or EDI, as everybody typically calls it. So this chapter is interesting because you start at the baseline of the organization, transaction processing systems, capturing information off of transactions, how that supports the functional areas and their planning, but then it also supports the higher level enterprise resource planning, and also supports reaching out to your customers, and also supports reaching upstream to support supply chain management. So it's a fun chapter. There's some good examples in here. Most of it is things that you're familiar with or you've heard of. This will just again help give you a framework to consider everything with this chapter. If you have any questions, give me a call or shoot me an email.